So I went ahead and pulled the other hard drive out of here. I'm looking down in here, and it's kind of got like I don't know. It's designed for another. It's really only designed for like another regular drive, like a CD drive or something. The spot here might be able to accommodate a drive if you move this out of the way. But there's really no room. I don't know what this is. It's like a piggyback of some such. The power supply is kind of not in the most ideal position. It would blow air out through here, I guess, but what they didn't do is they didn't put anything here for it to do that. So it's just going to circulate more or less. This would have been better if there was like a little flap here or something, or you know, if the power supply was clocked in a different direction, you know, or whatever. This is kind of an interesting case, but at the same time, I don't really care for this kind of design. So, although it is made way thicker than any of the other towers, that other thing, the other two that I have, they're really flimsy. The gauge of steel is not nearly as good. I don't think I need to really have 3 drives in here, but I don't know which one has the operating system on it, to be honest with you. And so I'm just going to slap the other one back in there and see if I can figure out. But I only have so many power supply SATA connections. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's only 4 on here. I think there might be some more hiding in here that they've shoved up into here. I'd have to look at my other supply. But everything else, I just like how, you know, simple it looks when you don't have all this stuff, like, you know, plugged into it and it's all messy. So the absence of a fan over here is sort of strange. I don't know which direction they got these fans turning. There should be another fan port somewhere over here. You got SPDIF out, and I don't know what the other one next to it is because it's not labeled. You get to connections over here for like set, reset, power, SATA 6G. I don't know what the other one was rated at, but I don't think it was 6 gigabytes a second. I don't know what 32 gigabytes a second will be for, but there's some kind of little threaded things here. So, I mean, I think it's probably a much newer board than I'm using in that other one. So that's another thing I should probably investigate into as well. How much money does a newer board cost? This is the other fan plug right here, fan number 1. Chassis fan, it says chassis. So there's that one. They use these things here to keep everything tied down, which is real neat. This company was making these though for radio stations, so you know, they could afford to do it how they wanted because you know, they were getting paid very well to do it. So we have this is Fan Expert 2. Okay. So other than having like a different power supply that can power up a fan, you know, I don't know what else. So we have a total of 4 SATAs. That's it. You forget about anything else. You're not going to have anything else in here. So we've got 1 drive here, and we need a limited amount of USBs. So back in the day, it wasn't as bad because you could actually use a serial mouse and keyboard, and that would free up 2 spots that you didn't need to use for the USBs. Land guard. So, would it be nice is if these damn things had, you know, built-in Wi-Fi and some other stuff like that, but it does not. So, if I want to add another hard drive, I can put one above that, and then I can put one over here, and I think that maybe you can use these screws here to do an attachment on these. But the standoffs, this part here, I don't know if they're spaced correctly, but this would be sitting like on the drive right there. But then the other thing I noticed is right here, there's also some more threaded stuff. There's a little bung right here that's threaded. And I wonder if maybe they intended to possibly just put a power supply up there instead of over here. Seemed like that would have made more sense. Because that's like almost like completely perfectly set up for that. You know, I think this plate comes out. So I don't know if you'd be able to fit a power supply in here. But you can tell this case is taking some hits. Yeah, right there, pretty bad. So to me, I don't think a power supply is going to fit in there, but it could. It's probably not that one. Yeah. So I'll try and see if I can put a power supply over there. I want to change a few things. Otherwise, maybe we'll look at getting a different case and set up some different stuff. But I need to have room for a couple more hard drives. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a solid state hard drive in here for now. So I'm going to go ahead and pull all these out of here, just so that once I'm done, this one doesn't want to come out. It's interesting. I don't remember having a hard time putting it in, but it doesn't want to come out, so that's fine. I don't think it went through the front either. So I'm going to go ahead and plug the audio drive back in. I'm not really sure where to put this. Just let it sit or something, but they had it hooked to that one and then this one. So I pulled the drive out of there. I think what I'll do is I'll shove it in between, maybe it'll fit. There's something else over there, so I just don't want it flapping around, but I'm not going to be doing anything nuts with this thing, so we'll just go ahead and plug it in here and let it sit. So I just have it sit like that. I pulled these two out of here. One of them's got Linux on it. That one feels really heavy. That one feels really light. Look at that. This is really weird. You can see it has brackets for doing that too. So this is kind of interesting because I'm going to probably end up putting some stuff either here or here. You know, this whole thing is like designed to like be pretty modular. Cause I think they made these like certain, you know, way each company wanted something different, and they could just swap parts around in the cases. So it's pretty cool. All right, we're gonna get to firing this thing up. We'll be back in a minute. All right, we've got it in there. Get my phone cord out of the way, and then I guess that button powers it on. See, now they have these doors on both sides because these pieces were designed where, you know, they could be removed or whatever. So I think we'll see if we can relocate the fan, have it exhaust out through there, so it'll sit that way in the corner, and then we can use this area here for hard drive space. So we got that over here. So this is not a bootable disk, but we need to go in and get our Linux stick, and we're going to be installing. So let's see what we're drawing. We're drawing literally 21 watts, 22 watts. That's absolutely amazing. The last time I checked on the other one, I put the 500 watt power supply in it. It was drawing even more. It was drawing 100. So we were seeing like 60 or 70 with the 550 watt, which is these ones here, and 100 with a 500. So somewhere between 500 and probably 600 is a sweet spot on the other one, but I think we're just gonna stick with these anyways, because I just want to run something a little more efficient and newer for something new. Okay, we're getting a flashing deal here. I don't know if it's installing or if it's doing anything. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna restart everything again, and then we'll do it one more time. I need to try and get into the BIOS or something. I need to change the boot order. So I don't know if it's F2 on this one or what it is. It's not giving me a screen for the other part. It is completely... Okay, restart it. It's really a pain. I hate doing this. It's like, why can't they make computers that are smart enough to like figure out, oh, okay, you're trying to do this. F2. And I didn't hit it fast enough. Okay. So, that was the first time I actually saw it on the bottom. I think it's F2 or delete. And this thing... It's like I had to double reset it. It's like weird. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's F2. F2, delete or F2? Nope. It might also not be recognizing my keyboard. I've had that problem a couple times. It's like, oh, how am I supposed to get into the BIOS if my keyboard doesn't work? And this thing is really quirky. It's like I've hit the... There's a reset button, and then there's like a momentary power button. And it's a rocker switch. Delete. Is it gonna work? Okay, there we go. Fancy, 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 fancy. Okay, we even have a mouse. So we need the boot menu. Okay, we do not want this one booting. I wonder if we... Oh, God, what the hell? This happened before. You accidentally click on it and it does something dumb. It's like, what? Okay, so now a double restart, double reset. I don't know what the hell you want to call it. Okay, so we're prepared for delete. I love doing this crap. Hours and hours of my time. Back in the early 2000s when I was screwing around with Linux back then. Okay, so we do not want to click on it. Can we move it up or down? Boot menu. So we have, that's the DVD drive, the UEFI OS. Okay. doesn't make sense. So the drive that we want is right here, but it's got some thing here. Let's just see what it does. Okay. And it actually responds to my keyboard. It never did that before. On the other computer, it would not recognize the keyboard, nothing. And so I'd have to wait till it did its thing. So this should be pretty quick on this one, but we'll see. That is very quick. Very nice. So now hopefully I won't get any errors. I got errors on the other one, and I installed this on the other one yesterday, and it was just like screwing up, glitching, opened up windows and they were flickering. I had problems with everything. So hopefully this will be better. And the main thing is this one already works good with this. It's on one of the other drives, but I want to go to a solid state hard drive, and I already had one and I just kind of forgot about it. It was not large enough for the laptop that I put it in, so I removed it and put the slow 1 terabyte one back in. That's the thing with the solid state hard drives is like they're not always that big. They are now. They're huge compared to what they used to be. This should guide me through an install. There we go. So if you've never done this before and you're curious, this video may help you. So basically, depending on the computer you're running, you may or may not be able to run a lot of different things of Linux. Over the years, I've run into tons and tons of problems with just Linux not being compatible with certain processors and certain chipsets and certain motherboards and things like that, and then like certain drivers and certain Wi-Fi cards, where it just like kind of makes it really hard. So like back in the day, the easiest way was you needed an absolute connection to the Ethernet to the computer where it didn't require any kind of driver, and that would make your life so much easier. So now yesterday I had to do this without Wi-Fi on the other one because it kept screwing up, and I don't know why, but it did. And when I did it without the Wi-Fi connected, it installed. I tried like 2 times or something like that, and it just kept failing. And then I said, well, let's try this without the internet, because what it does is it fetches updates and things like that, and I don't have the greatest connection back here. So I've thought about moving the actual cable router out here, since actually where it enters is in the corner near the shop here anyways. In fact, when we first got internet out here, we were like here for 5 years before we ever even got internet. I would just use my hotspot on my phone from AT&T, and I used to have an unlocked phone, a Asus Zen phone, and that Zen phone was unlocked. What was nice about it was I was like on some like unlimited plan on AT&T, but it didn't include free Wi-Fi hotspot. But because it was an unlocked phone, I was able to turn my hotspot on and use it for free, and they had no idea I was using it. So non-carrier specific phones don't communicate back and forth to the carrier certain things because they don't have that embedded crap in it. And so the only thing that sucked about that phone was the camera was absolutely terrible on it. So what I ended up doing, see, it didn't install, and this is what happened yesterday. I would click this and then it wouldn't install. It says initial release. So we're gonna end up, I don't know, actually I guess it is gonna work. Okay, so for the longest time I just used a phone, and then I had to upgrade to a different plan when I got an S7, and I had to upgrade to their stupid Wi-Fi hotspot, which wasn't a lot. It was like 4 gigs. So I went 5 or 6 years without really having internet at home other than just on my phone. And so I actually had some computers here and laptops that just never got connected to the internet. And you know what? It was great. They worked really well. And, you know, it made me think about a lot of this stuff. So, when you're constantly connected to the internet with a Windows computer, it just does all sorts of stupid crap. All kinds of crap. We do want in third party, always click that. So, anyway, when they first installed the internet out here, the cable was just laying on the ground out here, and I could have just ran it right here into the shop, put the modem out here, and, you know, nobody connects to anything in the house except for the kids watch stuff on the Xbox One. So we don't have a computer in the house. I have a laptop in the house, but like, you know, I use it for mostly programming radios. Erase the entire disk. So what I've found is also if you want to try and do a dual boot, it can be very, very frustrating. So I've had dual boot systems, and there's always some problem with the grub and the bootloader and all that, and I gave up. They go to like one system and one system only. This thing doesn't like my password. It's like, I am not really concerned about getting hacked. It should have already automatically detected Phoenix, but it did not that time. We're sorry, but we're not sure what the error is. You can try restarting your computer and start the process again. Okay. And this has happened over and over and over when I connect to the internet, but if I just install it right off the disk, it seems like it works fine. So we might have to go back to doing that. Okay. Close that. Try this again. Next. Now, when it's on the other computer, it wouldn't even let me do this. I'm not doing all that. So if I just skip the internet, sure, at least it remembered everything. You know, actually wanted to change that. I don't want that. There we go. Okay. So I guess we're just gonna run into problems. I don't know what that one looks different in the corner there than that one. And watch this. Don't connect to the internet. Next. And then, let's see here. Okay. All right. We're gonna go ahead and reboot. This is retarded. Alright, so they've got their name embedded into the computer. And again, we've got to go back in, and we have to go to our bootloader, blah blah blah, because it's not wanting to read correctly. Okay, so I'm gonna try something different this time. Let's just see what happens when we click on that. Okay. So you notice the screen is a little bit different this time. It's not the same as it was the other time. So I was on a UFI one. There's two things on that disk, the UFI and then the other thing. But I think, well, we might be running into a problem. Is we might need to take the other drive out of here and format it, because it's got a failed installation of Arch Linux on it. So it's kind of interesting. It's starting up. Unless I'm mistaken and I actually installed Ubuntu on it already. I might have. I don't think so though. I think that was the one that had Arch Linux on it and failed like 5 times in a row. Got really close to being successful, but I think it wouldn't work because of the motherboard. So this is usually what it would look like when it's starting, but it doesn't like the computer that it's hooked to because it realizes the hardware has changed. This is quite possible what we're dealing with right now. We'll see in a second here. I really do like this newer version of Ubuntu. People always, I don't like this and blah blah. It's like, I don't know. I've tried a few different ones. And I kind of like this one the best, and it puts the apps in an easy to find place. So, see what it's doing. I mean, this really is a good way to waste hours and hours of your time if you're bored. Like, if you can't think of anything to do, and you're bored, and you don't have a job, and you don't know what to do, just get yourself an old computer and download some different versions of Linux and practice installing them on these computers, and you won't be bored anymore. You'll be busy. You might learn something. Of course, I never did. I'm going to skip connecting to the internet just because it didn't work for me on the other one. And as soon as I decided not to do it, I know it's really convenient for it to download all this stuff. Interactive for users who want to be guided through step by step. Advanced for advanced users who want an auto install. Yami for consistent and repeatable setups. So default selection is just the essentials. Extended is offline friendly selection of office tools, and it means that those are probably already on the disk. Since we can't connect to the internet, we don't have the option for that one. So this should probably work. I found on the other computer this is what I had to do to get it to work, and you know, it's pretty rare that I've ever installed any of these things without some kind of problem. Okay, so where will we go there, and then we'll enter our name. And then password. Okay. Okie dokie. So we're not going to have any luck doing this. Maybe it's the media on the stick. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to get my little laptop out and we're going to wipe this drive. Should be pretty simple. All right, find the end of the rainbow here. Okay. What I don't like about this computer is it's hard to turn it off. The type of power button it has. Oh, wait. What the hell? This thing boogered up my hard drive. Oh, man. So it had one of those little metal clips that lock into place on the SATA. Okay, so now when we do that, it will, it's not that one. Okay, now it'll come up. It'll just start formatting it. I mean, we don't care, all of it. Done. Just like that. Let's see what it looks like in here. It says local disk D. Check our properties. What the hell? It shows that this disk is only am I looking at the wrong one? It must be. And it must be some stupid write protected crap. Shows the folder is empty. But the properties of this thing show that it's only 208 gigabyte. It's a 500 gigabyte drive. I don't understand what's going on here. Very strange. I figured out what it is. It's a 230 megabyte partition, and I can't do anything with it. So it's called drive D, and then the other one is going to be F, so standing for fucked. So basically, I can't do anything here on this laptop without, like, really I need Linux to actually format this. So we may not be able to use this one just because of this problem, but I can probably boot the live disk and format it. That's what I'm thinking. I'll try that. Alright, so we're back in. We're on the live disk. I want to see if maybe I can get G-parted or something like that to flash, or sorry, not flash, wipe the drive. Start up disk creator. Okay. Right here. Look at that. G parted. Okay. Okay, so we're looking at the little thumb drive right here. Now we're going to plug in our USB to our docking station with our solid state drive on here, and we'll see. Is there a refresh button? Okay, we'll close this out. We'll go back over here. We'll try it again. Alright, it's not detecting it. So our other option might be to plug it into the cable on the computer itself directly. There's just probably something in that docking station it just doesn't like. So we're not finding it this way, so hold on. So I pulled up what might be the problem here. I don't know specifically. So it's just not wanting to install no matter what I do. Okay, and now, so I think it shows me Arch Linux right here. So what we want to do, I had to restart a couple of times to deal with this. So now we want to, we just format. I don't know what to format it to be honest. We'll just go NTFS. Details. Okay. Close. Okay. Used 79 megabytes. So maybe now it'll install now that we've formatted it. Actually, let's go back through here. I want to connect to the Wi-Fi because I honestly think that our problem is something else. Wait. I'm getting too antsy here. After you've done something 6 or 7 times, it starts to get a little frustrating. I didn't even put it all on camera here because it's just like we have like a 3-hour video. So it looks like also there might be an issue. It's not really wanting to connect to my network. I've got 2 different ones. One's 5G and one's 2.4. Usually 2.4 doesn't do really good. So see the connection have failed. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to back out of this. Now it tells me there's an update for improved reliability and more features. And it usually downloads pretty damn fast. So then it makes you do all this all over again, which is kind of weird. So you close the installer, and then apparently either you sit here and wait, or I don't know if you click it again, I can't remember. Let's get some little thing up here in the corner. Interesting. So now, I guess we have to click it all over again. Okay. Over and over and over. Okay. So I'm hoping that it was just because of the disk. But we'll see. We don't care if it's a weak password. Okay. So now I haven't seen this before. Disk setup, erase disk, and install Ubuntu installation disk PNY, 500 gigabyte, application default, security and more, disk encryption none, proprietary software. And it says what the partitions will be. SDA1 formatted as FAT32, used for boot EFI. SDA2 formatted as ETX4 for whatever that is, the primary maybe. So it was probably the disk, because now we're copying the files. So 41 minutes into the video, probably 2 hours into the whole crap. So it guides you through this little thing here, shows you some of the stuff. Blah 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 blah. Great for gaming, private and secure. I think any of it's probably better than Windows. %6% of developers prefer Ubuntu, a common OS across desktop, server, cloud, and IoT. I don't know what IoT is. Thunderbird, LibreOffice, Microsoft Teams, Slack. What is Microsoft Teams? I sure hope they're not going to start teaming up with Microsoft. Alright, so it looks like it was successful. Took a really long time to install. Said it actually booted up pretty quick. Complete your setup with additional settings and we'll have you up and running in no time. Okie dokie. Upgrade this machine to Ubuntu Pro. Free for up to 5 machines. What in the hell is Ubuntu Pro? Yeah, security updates on a wide range of packages until 2034. Well, I don't understand what it is. Upgrade this machine to front. I'm gonna have to look up and see. I don't know what the hell it would be. We'll just enable it. Whatever the hell. Forget it. So you need an account. I don't want to do that. Yeah. Sounds like some trick bag crap. Windows. You need a Microsoft account. No. Do not share the system data. Okay. Now that was a waste of time. So, what I like about this is that your apps and stuff will be in here. And this has a lot less than my other version. So obviously this thing probably needs to do an update. So this one here would be your software updater, and it'll check. But I had 2 pages of stuff on the other one by default. Install now. So I'm not sure why there's a lot less on this one. So it does seem like the solid state hard drive did make a fair amount of difference. So anyway, well, that didn't take too long. So let's see what it did, if it added anything. It didn't add anything. There's a lot of stuff missing here. I don't really understand what it is that's missing. But I don't see everything that was in here. Maybe it's I don't even see G parted in here. This is really weird. So okay, so they've put it in the utilities here. Alright. I'd rather not have these in a thing like that, but I'm not sure what they changed. Well, the other one didn't look like this. Anyway, let's head on over to SDR Play. Alright, we're over here. Let's scroll down. Linux x664. And bring us to that page. Should start downloading. And it downloads pretty quick, at least for me. You'll see it up here. I hope it doesn't take 19 minutes. It starts to go real fast. Okay, we're going to click on our file here, folder, open it up. We will click properties, click executable as a program, and then we'll click run this program. Now we're in the terminal. Press return. Press the spacebar to continue several times until you get through their notice. Press Y and return to accept the license agreement. Checking for packages. 1.0 found, 2 found, something found. Then you need to have your password. And then it's going to install it in /opt/SDR Connect. I have no idea why or where that is. To continue the installation process, press Y and return. Create a new. And when I did this in the past, after trying many different things, it would end up in my apps over here, which it did this time. But there's other times I've tried this and it didn't end up in the apps. So I don't know what the reason is for that, but in the past it just didn't want to work. So we're going to hook up the SDR Play now. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's go full bore here. Okay, I really prefer the. Okay, well, we might have a problem here. Okay, so let me go ahead and close this out. I don't know how to close this. Okay. Oh, cancel. Okay. We still might have a problem here. It might not work. One of the other computers, I ran a bunch of scripts and did a bunch of different stuff. Okay, there we go. So actually not too bad. We're up and running. Turn the sound on. Hopefully we have sound. And then go over here to the band keypad, and we'll try 20 meters. And we should have lots of noise on here from the solar. And also, my antenna isn't hooked up right now. It needs to be going to the 3000 before I have a signal. Let's see. That doesn't seem like... Hold on. I don't think the 3000 has to be on for it to work either, but I mean, I could be wrong. Okay, so I got the 3000 on. It's really weird. It acts like... I have a feeling I hooked up the wrong antenna, so let me come right back out here. Alright. And just to say, I guess, not as noisy as I thought it would be, or something, I don't know. I'm gonna go over to 80 because I know there's a conversation happening on 80. This is really strange how it doesn't go through the whole band. And I don't know what the reason is for that, because we can see here that we can't even see the entire band. This is as far as it goes. Won't go further. And I don't know what that is. That's it's gonna make it hard for me to do anything. Same problem on 40. It maxes out at like 208. I don't know what's going on here. Enable auxiliary display. Is it like a UK band plan or something? IARU region. Click OK. Still doesn't change it. So that one goes all the way, basically. But the other bands don't. Let's see if we can get any signals on here. I'm not sure what I did, but it reset itself. It also, I was trying to use the keypad and it wouldn't let me enter anything there. We can see these guys right here a little bit. I don't know if they're still on there. I like to adjust this to where the signals pop out a little better. I'm listening to my regular radio too. I think these guys are already gone off of here. So you can adjust the bass. And while you do that, it'll clear up the waterfall quite a bit. Okay. Because if it's too high, I mean, you can't really see what the hell is going on here. Is there something here? Somebody tuning up? Or AM, guys? AM. Pull the filter open. We need to go to AM. I don't know where the hell that's going to be. I just think they really screwed up this thing. So you see right here, I wonder if I can adjust it from here too. Nope. All right. We're gonna go ahead and mute that for now. Okay, there's our mode. Of course, now they're not even talking. But it's terrible. $11K wide. I can hear somebody in there. We'd also... Okay. Lots of functions on here, but I don't know. I don't really care for it.